My child, listen to me. Before you formed a single thought, before your heart learned fear or hope, I knew you. Before your name was spoken by human lips, I spoke it in eternity. You are not an accident of time, not a momentary breath destined to vanish without meaning. You were spoken into being by love, shaped by intention, and held by my will. I have watched every step you have taken, every stumble, every pause, every quiet moment you thought no one saw. I have never turned. You live in a world that rushes past you, pulling at your attention, demanding your strength, measuring your worth by what fades. Yet here I am, calling you gently out of the noise, not to condemn you, not to frighten you, but to remind you of who you are and where you are going. Eternity awaits you, my child, not as a threat, not as a shadow hanging over your days, but as a promise written into your soul. You feel it when the world grows quiet. You sense it when joy feels too deep for words, or sorrow feels heavier than this life can explain. That longing you carry, the ache for something more, was placed there by me. It is the echo of your true home. I do not speak to you as a distant ruler, nor as a cold judge counting your failures. I speak to you as a father who walks beside his child on a long road. I see the questions in your heart. I see the weariness you hide behind brave faces and busy days. I see how often you wonder if you are walking the right path, or if you have already strayed too far to return. Hear me clearly now. You are not lost to me. I have never stopped walking toward you. There are paths before you every day, some wide and loud, promising quick comfort, easy answers, instant escape. Others are quieter, narrower, asking for patience, humility, courage. Wisdom does not shout over the crowd. It waits for you to slow your steps and listen. And I am inviting you now, not to run, not to strive, but to walk with me. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge me, and I will make your paths straight. Proverbs, tri, fumph, sex. You were not created merely to survive this world. You were created to reflect my light within it. Every day you are becoming someone, whether you notice it or not. Every choice you make is shaping your heart, bending your direction, teaching your soul what to love. Nothing is wasted, nothing is unseen. Even the smallest step taken in truth carries weight beyond time. Do not fear this. Let it awaken you. Wisdom is not perfection. It is not never falling. Wisdom is learning whose hand to reach for when you do. Wisdom is choosing what lasts when everything around you urges you to grasp what fades. Wisdom is remembering that your life is not measured only by years, but by love, by how deeply you let yourself be transformed. I know how heavy the world can feel. I know how often you are tempted to hurry, to numb your heart, to silence the questions that stir within you at night. But I did not create you for emptiness. I did not place breath in your lungs so you could merely endure the days. I created you to walk in communion with me, to learn my heart, to see as I see, to love as I love. Come closer. You do not need to clean yourself before approaching me. You do not need perfect words or flawless faith. Bring me your confusion. Bring me your doubts. Bring me the parts of you that feel broken, the dreams you buried because they hurt too much to carry. I am not repelled by your weakness. I am drawn to it. So, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. 2 Corinthians 12:9. Eternity is not waiting for you to fail or succeed. It is waiting for you to become, and becoming takes time. It takes patience. It takes learning to walk slowly enough to notice my presence beside you. I do not rush you. I do not measure you against others. I am teaching you how to listen, how to choose, how to rest. Walk with me, my child. When you feel lost, I will be your direction. When you feel afraid, I will be your peace. When you fall, I will be your strength. I am not asking you to understand everything. I am asking you to trust me one step at a time. Let today be enough. Let this moment be sacred. Eternity is not far away. It is already touching your life through every choice made in love, and I am here, always. My child, you feel it, don't you? Even when your days are full, even when your hands are busy and your mind is occupied, there is a quiet awareness within you that whispers, "This cannot be all." You try to silence it with distractions, with achievements, with noise, but it returns in the still moments, when night falls, when laughter fades, when success feels strangely hollow. That whisper is not a flaw in you. It is a reminder of who you are. I placed eternity in your heart. You were not designed to be satisfied by what decays. You were not shaped to be fulfilled by moments that vanish as soon as they arrive. Your longing for meaning, for permanence, for love that does not end, these are not weaknesses. They are evidence. They are traces of me within you, calling you beyond the temporary into what lasts forever. This world is not your final home, but it is not meaningless either. It is the soil in which your soul is formed. Every joy you taste here is a reflection of something greater. Every sorrow you endure reveals how deeply you were made to belong to a reality untouched by loss. Eternity is not waiting for you at the end of time alone. It is already pressing against your life, inviting you to live differently now. You ask why your heart is restless. You wonder why even your victories feel incomplete. It is because you were made for more than survival. You were made for communion, with me, and with the life that never fades. When you live only for what you can see, your soul grows weary. When you live only for today, tomorrow begins to feel heavy. But when you lift your eyes beyond the moment, when you remember where you are going, your steps gain purpose. God has set eternity in the human heart. Ecclesiastes Tracy once, I am not asking you to escape this world. I am asking you to understand it rightly. Time is a gift, not a prison. Your days are not chains binding you. They are opportunities shaping you. Every breath is a moment of becoming. Every season carries weight, and how you walk through them matters more than you know. You often measure your life by milestones, by what you have achieved, acquired, or lost. But I measure your life by transformation. I see who you are becoming when no one is watching. I see the quiet choices you make, the battles you fight in silence, the love you give when it costs you something. These things echo far beyond this moment. Eternity awaits you not because I am impatient to end your journey, but because your journey is leading somewhere real. You are not walking in circles. You are being formed, refined, awakened. And this brings me to what you must understand next. My child, every step you take is shaping who you will be forever. Do not tell yourself that small choices do not matter. Do not believe the lie that tomorrow will somehow erase what you decide today. Nothing is neutral. Nothing is empty. Every choice bends your heart in a direction, teaching it what to love, what to trust, what to seek when you are tired or afraid. You do not become who you are meant to be in a single moment. You become that person gradually, through repeated steps, some faithful, some faltering, all meaningful. Even when you choose poorly, I do not abandon you. But I want you to see clearly, wisdom is not optional. It is the difference between drifting and walking with purpose. There are paths that feel easy, because they ask little of you. They promise comfort, without cost, pleasure, without responsibility, freedom, without truth. These paths are crowded, loud, persuasive. They appeal to your impatience, your fear of missing out, your desire to be affirmed without being changed. But ease is not the same as peace, and noise is not the same as life. Wisdom often feels quieter. It slows you down when you want to rush. It asks you to consider consequences when you want immediate relief. It invites you to choose what is right over what is popular, what is lasting over what is instant. Wisdom is not restrictive. It is protective. It guards your heart from becoming something it was never meant to be. You think intelligence will save you. You think information will guide you. But wisdom is different. Wisdom begins when you admit you do not see everything. Wisdom grows when you allow me to shape your perspective instead of insisting on your own. Wisdom teaches you that not every door that opens is meant to be entered, and not every desire deserves to be followed. The wise walk with the wise and become wise, but the companion of fools suffers harm. Proverbs 13:20. I see how the world pressures you to move faster, to decide quickly, to commit before you have listened. I see how often you are encouraged to react instead of reflect, to consume instead of consider. This hurried way of living dulls your discernment. It keeps you busy but not fulfilled, connected but not known, informed but not transformed. Slow down, my child. Ask yourself where your steps are leading you. Ask what your habits are shaping within you. Ask whether the life you are building is one you would want to carry into eternity. These questions are not meant to condemn you. They are meant to awaken you. Every step taken in truth strengthens you. Every step taken in love aligns you more closely with who you were created to be. Even when the path feels narrow, even when obedience feels costly, wisdom is forming something beautiful within you, something that will not be shaken when the world around you changes. I am not watching you with disappointment. I am walking with you in patience. When you stumble, I do not withdraw. When you hesitate, I do not rush you. But I will not lie to you either. The direction you choose matters. The life you nurture within you will one day stand fully revealed. So choose with care. Choose with hope. Choose with me. You are not alone in this walk. You never have been. Eternity is not watching you from a distance. It is inviting you forward, one wise step at a time. My child, wisdom is not something you collect like knowledge, nor is it something you master once and for all. Wisdom is learned as you walk with me, as your eyes slowly adjust to my light. It is not about seeing more than others. It is about seeing differently. Where the world sees opportunity, wisdom asks about purpose. Where the world reacts in fear or pride, wisdom pauses to listen. I see how often you try to understand everything on your own. You analyze, compare, replay conversations. Imagine outcomes that may never come. Your mind grows tired because it was never meant to carry the weight of tomorrow by itself. Wisdom begins when you allow me to show you how to see, not through anxiety but through trust. There are things I see that you cannot yet see, not because you are weak, but because you are still becoming. A child does not lack vision because they are foolish. They lack it because they are growing. So it is with you. When you do not understand why a door closes, when you cannot see why a season ends, wisdom is learning to say, I will follow even when the path is unclear. Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path. Psalm 119, 105. Notice, my child, that I do not promise a floodlight. I promise a lamp, enough light for the next step. Wisdom does not demand the whole map. It trusts me for the next faithful movement forward. When you learn to walk this way, fear loosens its grip. You stop rushing ahead of my presence, and you stop lagging behind your calling. Wisdom also teaches you how to see others. You live among people who are wounded, distracted, and afraid, just as you are at times. The world teaches you to judge quickly, to label, to divide. But I invite you to see as I see. I do not reduce people to their worst moments. I do not define them by their failures. I see their hearts, their history, their hidden battles. When you learn to walk in wisdom, compassion replaces condemnation. You listen more than you speak. You forgive not because it is easy, but because bitterness will poison you long before it touches them. Wisdom frees you from carrying weights you were never meant to bear. And yet, my child, even with wisdom, the path will not always be smooth. There are moments when you will stumble, times when your heart will break in ways you did not anticipate. Loss will visit you. Betrayal may wound you. Dreams may collapse beneath your feet. When this happens, do not believe the lie that you have failed your calling or wandered beyond my reach. I am closest to you in these moments. I see your pain not as an interruption, but as a place where healing can begin. You think brokenness disqualifies you, but I tell you it can deepen you. When you bring me your sorrow instead of hiding it, something sacred happens. Pain no longer defines you, it refines you. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Psalm 34:18. Do not rush your healing. Do not shame yourself for grieving. Restoration is not instant, but it is certain when you remain with me. I do not waste suffering. I gather every tear, every unanswered prayer, every quiet endurance, and I weave them into a story of redemption greater than you can imagine. You are not weaker because you have been hurt. You are more capable of love. You are more aware of what truly matters. When you allow me to heal you, your scars become testimonies, not of your pain, but of my faithfulness. Still, I know the world does not make this easy. You live among voices that pull at you constantly. They promise happiness if you chase more, become more, prove more. They tell you that rest is laziness, that silence is unproductive, that your worth must be earned every day. If you are not careful, my child, these voices will drown out mine. You were not created to be consumed by the world, nor to escape it entirely. You were created to walk within it, while remaining rooted in me. This is not passive. It requires attentiveness. It requires courage to live differently when everything around you pushes you to conform. Do not let the world define what success looks like. Do not measure your life by comparison. What looks impressive may be empty. What looks small may be eternal. I see what no one applauds. I honor what the world overlooks. Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Romans 12:2. Guard your heart, my child. Not by building walls, but by staying close to me. Return to me when your thoughts become scattered. Return to me when your desires feel confused. Return to me when you feel pulled in too many directions at once. You do not need to fight the world in your own strength. Simply remain rooted. A tree does not argue with the storm. It holds fast to its roots, and so will you if you remain with me. Walk wisely. Walk gently. Walk awake. I am still beside you.